Prayer will be led by Justice Bass.
Our Heavenly Father, we thank you tonight for your love and your compassion for each and every one of us. Father, we thank you for our county, for our residents, and the people that make this county so great. And Master, we ask you for wisdom to be able to help lead this county and do the thing that needs to be done, the things that needs to be done to help our county. Go with us, God, throughout this day. And Master, we'll love and praise you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Join us in the pledge led by Justice Holt.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We have a good crowd here tonight. Thanks everyone for being here. Please silence your cell phones. Roll call vote.
Holt.
Here. Roll call.
N. Brown.
Here.
S. Brown.
Here.
Phillips.
Here.
Lynn.
Here.
Bradford.
Here.
Tatum.
Here.
Lemmings.
Here.
Bass.
Yes.
We have a copy of the minutes. Do I hear a motion to approve?
Make a motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
It's been motioned and second to approve the minutes. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? You have before you a copy of the treasurer's report. Do I hear a motion to approve?
I move we approve. Second.
It's been motioned and second to approve the treasurer's report. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carries. You have before you a copy of the appropriation analysis. Do I hear a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
We're giving our clerk time to catch up.
Y'all heard too fast.
All those in favor of the appropriations analysis signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carries. I told the people who present to the quorum court each month, if they present a statement or a report to the quorum court, they don't need to come read that to us. So at this time, do we have any questions from the justices to any of the officials that are here this evening? Okay. We'll move right on. Is our sheriff here? Would you like to report?
Had 4 dog pickups, 1 cat pickup. Cities was 11 total, 3 dogs, 4 cats. And the total calls were 59. Total number of dogs picked up was 7. Total number of cats picked up was 5 for this month. We have implemented an activity report from all the deputies. Obviously, those will not be turned in until the end of the month, so we'll start those reports starting February for that. Everything right now is pretty busy, although all hands on deck are excited and everybody's excited to help in all aspects. From the lowest spot we got to myself, our hands are full and we're taking care of business, and I'm ecstatic about the response I've got and the help we've got. So that we know, about an hour ago, we received our first dog from the prosecutor's office, from the DTF, and we appreciate that, coming from the 20th Judicial District. It is now going to be in Van Buren County's possession. We have a handler. He will be going to school as soon as possible. We're begging for them to open one more spot in the February school. If not, we may have a little time there. We might be able to get him certified on the drug, narcotic stuff pretty quickly, but with the track and the bite, which he's dual purpose, so it's going to be excellent for our county to start doing what we need to do. But we really appreciate the 20th Judicial District Prosecuting Attorney's Office for allowing us to utilize that in our county, in Van Buren County. And we have the right personnel that is ready to take care of that. So with that being said, we've met with the police departments. We have mutual agreements with both Clinton and Fairfield Bay. Haven't got to Damascus yet. I'm not real sure who they're gonna put in as their chief. We don't have a chief there to do an agreement, so I'm gonna kinda hold on that for a little bit. But we've got full cooperation with both cities to work with us, and also for us to work with them. Lots of things we could talk about. We could be here all night, I can tell you how excited I am. But we've had all kinds of help from every agency that's in our county. Game and Fish helped us this last week. Had a pretty good situation this last weekend, and I couldn't be more excited about it and appreciative to all the people that come out and got their hands dirty. So we appreciate that. Anybody got any questions?
Who is your hand?
Ethan Ward.
Very good.
He's a young man, single, and he's excited. We've got his kennel installed in the tile already today, one that we found stashed, and it's going to, I just looked at it, that's why I was right on time, as I was looking at it, the guys got it put in, and it looks immaculate. Good job. So he's at home with the dog now, fixing to get him and put him in the vehicle and kind of get him acclimated. I think he said, I got nipped while ago. He said he's a little uncomfortable. So it's a Malinois.
Belgium.
So we're excited to add a new member to our family. So nobody had any questions? That's all you have time for. Thank you.
Thank you. This time we'll announce the meetings for the Quorum Court. Nothing will change. We'll still be at 6 o'clock on Thursday evenings. One small change that is going to happen beginning tonight, the video, or we will have a video of the Quorum Court, which will be posted. The link will be posted on enjoyvbc.com. That's the county's website. So if anyone wants to go back, the media, you're welcome. That will be our method of FOI. You can access that at any time. We'll have those uploaded within 24 hours of the Quorum Court meeting. We need to discuss who's going to be our 2019 Quorum Court delegate to the Association of Arkansas Counties.
Judge,
Yes.
being that I'm a senior court member, I've already discussed this with Mary Phillips. She would like to retain Ben, our AAC representative. If anybody has any objection to that, please let me know.
Anyone object to Mary? Okay. All in favor of Mary being our representative for the AAC Quorum Court, Gregory County, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Mary, you're in. I guess we're ready to move on to new business. Our first ordinance.
Judge?
Yes,
I need to say something.
you bet.
I've talked to Sarah. Sarah is dating one of our Gregory County deputies. Because she is, will have to recluse herself from any conversation, reference the sheriff's office, any voting, any budget, anything that has to do with the sheriff's office, and she understands that. But I just wanted the board to know that that's the way it has to be. Thank you, Sarah.
New business, our first ordinance will be read by Justice Bass.
Be enacted by the Quorum Court of the County of Van Buren, State of Arkansas, an ordinance to be entitled, an ordinance authorizing execution of an interlocal agreement between the county and the 20th Judicial District Prosecuting Attorney, and creating a line item in the sheriff's budget for victim/witness services. Whereas the 20th Judicial District Prosecuting Attorney, which serves Van Buren County, operates a victim/witness program which is responsible for providing notice and services to victims, the immediate family of homicide victims, and witnesses of crimes pursuant to Arkansas Code annotated 1621-106. And whereas the prosecuting attorney from time to time requires the services of a sheriff to locate victims or witnesses of crimes and to serve such victims and witnesses with notice of critical case events. And whereas due to the shortfall in the projected 2019 budget, there is a lack of funding in the county general fund for these critical services. And whereas the prosecuting attorney has reserved funds in the prosecutor's victim/witness fund, from which the cost of the victim witness program may be paid pursuant to Arkansas Code Annotated 1621-151. And whereas Van Buren County, Arkansas, and the prosecuting attorney desire to enter into an interlocal agreement to provide for the use of funds in the prosecutor victim witness fund by the Van Buren County Sheriff to continue to provide certain victim witness services in 2019. And therefore be it ordained by the Van Buren County Court that Section 1, the county judge of Van Buren County, Arkansas, is hereby authorized and directed to execute the interlocal agreement attached in Schedule A. Section 2, there is hereby created line item 3093, victim witness services, for appropriation and payment of victim witness services provided by the Van Buren County Sheriff pursuant to the terms of the agreement.
The ordinance has been read. Do I hear a motion for its approval?
I'll make a motion for its approval.
Second?
Second.
It's a motion and a second for this motion's approval. This is an ordinance that will require 3 readings. At this time, I would entertain a motion to suspend the rules to conduct all 3 readings at this meeting by title only.
I make a motion to suspend all the rules by title only.
Second. Gary. It's been motioned and second to suspend the rules to allow the next 2 readings at this meeting by title only. Roll call vote for suspension.
Yes.
Nikki,
Yes.
Sarah, that's easy. Do you get to vote on this one?
Yes. Prosecuting attorney.
Holt. Oh, you said that.
Yes. She
Phillips,
Yes.
Lynn,
Yes.
Bradford,
Yes.
Tatum,
Yes.
Lemmings,
Yes.
Bass.
Yes.
2019-01.
Whoops,
Oh, I'm
that was
sorry.
just for the suspension.
Sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Okay. Please conduct the second reading by title only.
An ordinance authorizing the execution of an interlocal agreement between the county and the 20th Judicial District Prosecuting Attorney and creating a line item in the sheriff's budget for victim/witness services.
Thank you. Now please conduct the third and final reading by title only.
An ordinance authorizing the execution of an interlocal agreement between the county and the 20th Judicial District Prosecuting Attorney and creating a line item in the sheriff's budget for victim/witness services.
Thank you. Floor is open for discussion.
What are we doing here? We doing way 3025?
I'm sorry?
Line item 3025. That's the prosecutor's victim witness fund. On the fund.
That's for you.
Where do you see 3025? Yeah.
Fund
But,
balances.
yeah. You say, are we doing away with it?
Yeah.
Not that I know of.
Well, what are you gonna fund 3093 with, victim witness services?
That goes into the sheriff's office in that line item,
Out of the general fund or?
out of the victim's witness.
fund. It's got paid for, it's been paid for that position.
Oh, it's position, it's a new job?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Any other discussion? Roll call vote.
Holt,
Yes.
Nikki,
Yes.
Sarah, I'm sorry, Phillips,
Yes.
Lynn,
Yes.
Bradford,
Yes.
Tatum,
Yes.
Lemmings,
Yes.
Bass.
Yes.
Now, 2019-01.
Thank you. Next one will be read by Bill Holt.
And Brian, you'll have to recluse yourself from voting. Being enacted by the Court of the County of Van Buren, State of Arkansas, an ordinance to be entitled, An ordinance allowing the county to pay for cell phone and an officer with the AGFC and is also a justice of the peace with Van Buren County. Whereas Van Buren County currently pays for cell phones so that officers of the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission have done so for over 10 years. Whereas the law states that a justice of the peace cannot receive compensation other than the salary that the county has approved. Whereas the phone bills are paid for the Arkansas Game and Fish Voting Fund that is collected when boat registrations are paid. This fund can only be used for certain line items. Whereas Brian Tatum is the Justice of the Peace elect for District 7 with the term set to begin January 1, 2019. Brian Tatum is also a wildlife officer with the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission. Whereas the court finds the payment for this cell phone is not comprehensive of a justice of the peace, but rather is a regular expense for the services provided by the county to the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission. And whereas it is in the best interest of the county to continue to pay for the cell phones for Officer Tatum. Now therefore be it ordained by the Quorum Court of Van Buren County, Arkansas, that Section 1, Van Buren County will continue to pay for the phone of Officer Brian Tatum through the Arkansas Game and Fish Voting Fund that is used in the line of duty through the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission. I move that we approve this.
Second.
It's been motioned and second that we adopt this ordinance. This is also an ordinance that will require 3 readings. At this time, I entertain a motion to suspend the rules to conduct all 3 readings at this meeting by title only.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Justice Holt, will you conduct the second reading?
Yes. An ordinance allowing the county to pay for cell phone of an officer with the AGFC and is also a justice of the peace with Van Buren County.
Thank you. Please conduct the third and final reading.
An ordinance allowing the county to pay for a cell phone of an officer with the AGFC and is also a justice of the peace with Van Buren County.
Thank you. Discussion.
Is this something that we've been doing for several years?
10 years. Actually over 10 years.
So the Game and Fish Commission does not allow you money for your cell phone? I mean,
Yes, we have 2 separate cell phones, one provided by the county, one provided by Game and Fish. One's through one service, one's through the other service. So that's where we're at. I don't know how much I can discuss. And it's paid through a voting fund.
Any other discussion?
Judge, can I say something?
Yes.
This last weekend, we were trying to conduct business with the issue that we had. Myself and Officer Tatum was trying to discuss things over what we had going on. And I did, in fact, see the advantage of that because I lost him on one phone, very serious situation. He called me right back on the other phone, and we were able to continue our discussion until we got it complete. So.
Thank you. Any other discussion? Roll call vote.
Holt,
Yes.
Nikki,
Yes.
Sarah,
Yes.
Phillips,
Yes.
Lynn,
Yes.
Bradford,
Yes.
Lemmings,
Yes.
Bass.
Yes.
2019-02.
Next ordinance will be read by Justice Lemmings. Our next ordinance will be read by Justice Lemmings.
to be enacted by the Quorum Court of the County of Van Buren County, State of Arkansas, an ordinance to be entitled, an ordinance to create a new office budget within the County General for the Elections Commission 1000-109, and to transfer monies from the County Clerk's budget 1000-101 to the new Election Commission budget. Whereas, during the 2019 budget process, the Election Commission budget was combined with the County Clerk's office budget. And whereas, these 2 budgets need to be separated. And whereas, the deputy second position under the County Clerk's office will be split between the County Clerk's budget and the Election Commission budget, totaling $28,972 to cover both positions of the land library clerk and the election coordinator. Now therefore, be it ordained by the Quorum Court of Van Buren County, Arkansas, that Section 1, a new budget will be created for Election Commission 1000-109. Section 2, money will be transferred from the County Clerk's budget 1000-101 to the new Election Commission budget as follows, with no additional monies added. I need to rest it down to the
Okay.
1,000, yeah, you would give me one like this one, huh? 1,101. 1001 to 1,109, 1001. Salaries, full-time, $14,486. 1,101, 1,102 to 1,109, 1,002. Salaries, part-time, $5,000. 1,101 to 1,106 to 1,109 to 1,106. Social Security match, $2,598.86. 1,101-1,108 to 1,109, 108. Retirement, $2,219.26. 1,101, 1,109 to 1,109, 1,109. Health insurance, $4,843.86. 1,101, 1010 to 1,109, 1010. Workman's comp, $15. 1,101, 1011 to 1,109, 1011. Unemployment, $90. 1,101, 1016 to 1,109, 1016. Life insurance, $36.48. 1,101, 201 to 1,109, 201. General supplies, $200. 1,101, 202 to 1,109, 202. Small equipment, $100. 1,101, 309, 1,109, 309. Others personal services, $5,000. 1,101, 3020 to 1,109, 3020. Phone/fax, $800. 1,101, 3021 to 1,109, 3021. Postage, $100. 1,101, 3023 to 1,109, 3023. Internet, $300. And 1,101, 3030 to 1,109, 3030. Travel, $200. Oh my, more. 1,101, 3040 to 1,109, 3040. Ads publications, $450. 1,101, 3054 to 1,109, 3054. Other sundry insurance, $444.51. 1,101, 3094 to 1,109, 3049, 3094. Meals/lodging, $100. And 1,101, 3001 to 1,109, 3001. Training and education, $200.
Thank you. I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Been motion and second to approve this ordinance. This also is an ordinance that will require 3 readings. At this time, I'd entertain a motion to suspend the rules to conduct all 3 readings at this meeting by title only.
I'll make a motion. We suspend the reading.
Thank you. Second reading by title only.
An ordinance to create a new office budget within the county general for the election commission, 1,109, and to transfer monies from the county clerk's budget, 1,101, into the new election commission budget.
Thank you. Third and final reading.
An ordinance to create a new office budget within the county general for the election commission, 1,109, and to transfer monies from the county clerk's budget, 1,101, to the new election commission budget.
Wait, I didn't know Paul wrote that suspension. Okay. I didn't roll call
Yeah,
vote
we did roll call.
the suspension. So at this time, we'll take the roll call for the suspension. That was my bad.
Holt,
Yes.
Nikki,
Yes.
Sarah,
Yes.
Phillips,
Yes.
Lynn,
Yes.
Bradford,
Yes.
Tatum,
Yes.
Lemmings,
Yes.
Bass.
Yes.
I'm glad we cleaned that up.
Now, that's your first mistake of the whole year.
That's not my first. Discussion.
Is this the hiring of a new person?
No, Kim Black is already working in the land library, and during elections, she'll be helping with the elections. The election coordinator.
discussion?
So it was my understanding when we eliminated the other position and transferred it all over into the clerk's position, that was gonna save us $40,000 to $50,000, different numbers I'd heard. Okay, and now we're transferring it back. What, explain a little bit to me, what's going on? Why?
It needs to be transferred back because we need to be able to keep up with the spending. Instead of it all being spent out of the county clerk's budget, we need to know how much the election commission is spending. And they kind of need their own budget. I don't know what I was thinking putting it all together.
It's the same amount of money, it's
Yeah.
just, it's an accounting method.
So we're hiring another person?
No.
No,
Okay.
We're not hiring anyone. Kim's already working for the county.
She's working full-time?
She's working
Okay.
full-time for the county. She'll just be kind of splitting her time.
It was also my understanding that election commission wanted her money back for them to handle, not. for the
Yeah,
county clerk.
they would really rather have their own budget.
So it's one person doing two jobs?
Yes.
Okay.
Is she gonna be setting up the elections and everything like that?
Well, her and myself together are gonna work on the election coordinator. And then Vicki will,
Is she gonna have time to run all this with her other job as landlady? In 1 year.
yeah. We've got a lot of work ahead of us.
Any other discussion? Roll call vote.
Holt,
Yep.
Nikki,
Yes.
Sarah,
Yes.
Phillips,
Yes.
Lynn,
Yes.
Bradford,
Yes.
Tatum,
Yes.
Lemmings,
Yes.
Bass.
Yes.
2019-03.
Next ordinance to be read by Justice Holt.
Be it enacted by the Court of the County of Van Buren, State of Arkansas, an emergency ordinance to be entitled, an emergency ordinance to levy an annual voluntary tax in the amount of $1 for real property and $1 personal property in Van Buren County for the purpose of funding the Van Buren County Aging Program. Whereas Arkansas Code annotated 26-25-106 and 26-73-103A authorizes the imposition and levying of voluntary taxes for the benefit of the residents of the authorizing legislation. And whereas the Arkansas Attorney General, in opinion number 94-003, has opted that the county court can establish a volunteer tax by ordinance, and whereas the Court of Van Buren County has determined that it would be in the best interest of the county to aid the financing of the Van Buren County Aging Program by establishing and levying an annual voluntary tax in the amount of $1 for real property and $1 for personal property in the county, the voluntary tax. Now therefore be it ordained by the Court of Van Buren County, Arkansas, that there is hereby levied an annual volunteer tax in the amount of $1 for real property and $1 for personal property in Van Buren County, Arkansas, for the purpose of funding the general operations of the Van Buren County Aging Program. The Van Buren County Collector is hereby directed to include on the annual tax statement mailed to each real property owner in the county the voluntary tax for the Van Buren County Aging Program. Upon receipt of this statement, the real personal property owner may choose whether or not to pay for the voluntary tax. The net collections of the voluntary tax shall be distributed to the Van Buren County Aging Program. These funds shall be used solely for the purpose of funding the program's general fund. Interference. No person shall interfere with, hinder, or molest the Van Buren County Aging Program's authority in the performance of its duty. Emergency. This ordinance being necessary for the preservation of the public peace, health, safety, and welfare is therefore declared that an emergency exists, and this ordinance shall be in full effect from and after its passage. I move to approve this ordinance.
Second.
There's been a motion and second to adopt this ordinance. This ordinance being an emergency ordinance only requires one reading, so the floor is open for discussion. No discussion?
This is a voluntary tax.
Voluntary.
It's not going to be placed a burden on the county at some later date. I remember when we passed the ordinance to have the the who was it, the debt collector, take the fire dues out. And that was supposed to be voluntary, but it became, I don't feel comfortable in passing a tax that it would be put upon the citizens of Van Buren County, but if it's voluntary.
Fire dues are still voluntary.
Oh, yeah, but I remember when it was voluntary, which way you want to do it, and then all of a sudden, it was required.
Yeah, this cannot be done. You cannot do this without voters approving that to go on the ballot.
You can't pass a tax
No.
without the voters
No,
approval.
you cannot pass a tax without voter approval.
Okay. But you're saying that we can't pass a voluntary.
We can pass a volunteer, we can pass a volunteer tax on anything.
So how's that gonna read on tax statement?
It's like,
2 mills? It says a personal land.
it'll be broke up 1 mil, but
Okay,
if
so you select, okay.
yeah.
You don't have to pay it. It's almost like a tip on a.
Yeah, I know, I never have paid that.
And he never will.
I'm not saying I don't have anything against the aging program, I am one. So, but I think they need to get anything they can, but I just don't, I wouldn't want it to be imposed upon the people.
I agree.
Thank you. Yes.
I found out from Emma that on the volunteer tax, you can volunteer to pay whatever you want.
Absolutely.
There's a suggested amount.
Yes.
But if you don't want to pay that, you can put $10 for everything, you can put $100 for everything. But it's up to what you want, I didn't know that, but it's up to what you would like to pay.
Absolutely.
Or not pay.
That's right.
Or not pay. Yes.
Any other discussion?
I don't know, John, you're a senior.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I just have a question about it being a voluntary tax. Does that bring it above the constitutional maximum of 5 mils for county taxes, or does it not count?
That wouldn't count toward that. The 5 mils maximum on county taxes are those which are imposed. These aren't imposed, they're suggested. Good question, thank you. Any other discussion? Roll call vote?
Holt,
Yes.
Nikki,
Yes.
Sarah,
Yes.
Phillips,
Yes.
Lynn,
Yes.
Bradford,
Yes.
Tatum,
Yes.
Lemmings,
Yes.
Bass.
Yes.
2019-04.
Justice Tatum, you have the next one.
Be enacted by the Quorum Court of the County of Van Buren, State of Arkansas, an appropriation ordinance to be entitled, an appropriation ordinance to amend the original appropriation ordinance 2018-59, the annual operating budget for 2019 to increase the projected revenue and appropriate $793.88 into the Sheriff's Office budget number 1000-400-2006, clothing and uniform. Whereas a refund check received from Clinton School District for the purchase of a bulletproof vest for the school resource officer, and whereas this money was receipted into County General by receipt number 693 on December 27, 2018 by the County Treasurer and should be appropriated back into the budget. Now therefore it be ordained by the Quorum Court of Van Buren County, Arkansas, that Section 1, the annual operating budget for 2019 be amended. Section 2, $793.88 be appropriated into the Sheriff's budget, number 1000-400-2006, clothing uniform. I move that we approve as written.
Second.
It's been motioned and second to approve this ordinance. Any discussion? Roll call vote?
Holt,
Yes.
Nikki,
Yes.
Phillips,
Yes.
Lynn,
Yes.
Bradford,
Yes.
Tatum,
Yes.
Lemmings,
Yes.
Bass.
Yes.
2019-05.
I have a question about recusing my vote. Does that have to be a blanket thing for the sheriff's office, or would it not just be pertaining to the person that I date? I mean, that this had nothing to do with him, it was just the sheriff's office itself. So legally, does that have to be blanket for the sheriff's office, or is it?
Well, I mean, ultimately, that's a decision that you have to make, you know, if you feel comfortable, like you think there's a conflict.
I would feel that if it was something to do with him personally, or that would benefit, or personally, I would say that would be recused. But if it doesn't have anything to do with him, if it's just the sheriff's office.
Like if the position he serves in doesn't receive any specific like, benefit from
Correct.
whatever,
Correct.
you're thinking. Yeah. Dale, did you have a different?
According to AAC, and I understand what you're asking, to keep it all above board, it's better to recluse on everything than specific certain items. But
She doesn't have to, but it's better.
it's better, yeah. According to but I at the same time, I wouldn't have a problem with her doing that, as long as there's, of course, she can't say anything about the budget. That's totally different as far as the sheriff's budget goes or anything like that. But I can, you know, I could go along with that, but like I said, at AAC, it's just, they said it's better just to.
Yeah, I mean, so I think that is the advice that you're getting from them. I mean, it's not something that anybody can force on you, I guess is what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
that's a decision that you have to make. And maybe it's even a good idea we can, you know, as things come up, look at what seems to be appropriate. Or,
I would just like to research it further, just because the sheriff's office is such a big part
yeah.
of this.
Yeah.
So.
I don't have no problem with that, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
None whatsoever.
Next one is Justice Holt.
Be it enacted by the Court of Van Buren, State of Arkansas, an appropriation ordinance to be entitled, an appropriation ordinance to amend the original appropriation ordinance 2017-39, the annual operating budget for 2018, to increase the projected revenue and appropriate $45,000 to County General 1000-04-3119 for solid waste. Whereas the solid waste fund 3009-700 is running short of funds in the 2018 budget to pay the bills already incurred and will need to be supplemented by County General. And whereas the money will need to be appropriated to County General so it may be transferred to solid waste fund as needed. Now therefore be it ordained by the Court of Van Buren County, Arkansas, that the original appropriation ordinance 2017-39 be amended and $45,000 be appropriated to County General 1000-804-3119 to be transferred into the solid waste fund as needed. I move that we approve this.
Second?
Second.
It's been motioned and second to approve this ordinance. Discussion.
Yes, I have some questions. All right, and I think I know the answer, but back in December, there was an ordinance that was brought up that was pulled for County General to pay, because we was in the red, $23,302 on the 17th of December. We were told that there was a check, and I don't have the numbers, but it's around 45,000, 50,000, something like that, 50,000, something like that, that solid waste was going to be bringing to cover those funds. Was that done?
The check didn't come in.
We didn't receive that money, and actually the ordinance in December shouldn't have been put.
Are we expecting the money in still?
Yeah, Daniel's bringing money pretty often, actually. But this is 2018 bills that,
So
Are
we're cleaning
due.
up, we're cleaning up the bills from last year.
yeah.
Right, so basically, in December, when we were told that there was a check coming in for whatever it was, 50,000, whatever it was, that the treasurer, past treasurer, said was supposed to be coming in, it just never come in.
I think we got some, but we didn't get what we were told to do.
I kind of inherited this, and I discussed it with former County Judge Roger Hoover yesterday. And the county general is just gonna have to subsidize a little bit for this last year. If we started paying 2017 bills out of 2018 income, or 2018 bills out of 2019 income, we're never gonna catch up, and we're gonna constantly stay red. Because you incur the expense one month, you bill and receive those funds the next month. We hadn't paid the tipping fees at Morrilton, which are 20-something thousand each. What happened, a lot of this was because our tipping fees that we charge the carriers here in the county were so expensive that they started bypassing us and going to Morrilton themselves. So we lost a lot of revenue. I have since negotiated with those companies. We have everyone back, and we just need to catch up so we can move forward.
So this catches us up,
Yes.
and we don't need to, we have lowered the tipping fees. So
On-
they're all coming back, so we should be.
On commercial
okay.
heavy haulers, yes.
In my understanding as well, was the projected carryover was a little bit larger than what we expected. Is that correct?
Right. A smidge.
So this is, we're $5,000 in the red just for 2019.
Yes. Funds aren't deposited daily. They're placed into the county journal or to the solid waste account, and then a check is written over, and that's why that looks to be red. When we catch up, you shouldn't see any more red this year, hopefully. Should we, Daniel?
I don't think so. If I'm not mistaken, also, Brian, these 45,000 is actually November, December.
That is correct. These are November and December's bills. These are not any deals from January. County General had to subsidize solid waste. Last year, I think it was a break even. The year before that, it was a $15,000 subsidy. Now, before that, it was like well over $100,000 that County General was subsidizing solid waste.
Well, and I guess what I don't know what's confused about, but I guess more aggravated than anything, but is, you know, all through the year, it was black, and then all of a sudden, right at budget time, it was in the red.
Our
And
haulers
then,
left.
you know,
Our haulers left us.
So will we still be getting some revenues coming in though from paper we sell and recyclable stuff with cardboard from
Yes.
2018, right?
Yes. But that's very nominal compared to
Oh,
the
is it?
expenses. Yes.
we gotta pay it, so.
Any other discussion? Roll call vote?
Holt,
Yes.
Nikki,
Yes.
Sarah,
Yes.
Phillips.
Yes.
Lynn,
Yes.
Bradford,
Yes.
Tatum,
Yes.
Jennings,
Yes.
Bass.
Yes.
2019-06.
Thank you. Next ordinance, Justice Bradford.
Being enacted by the Quorum Court of the County of Van Buren, State of Arkansas, an ordinance to be entitled, an ordinance to approve the Van Buren County Recycling Center to transport goods for Foods for Life, a nonprofit entity, on the second Wednesday of every month. Whereas for the past 8 years, the Van Buren County Recycling Center has provided a service for Van Buren County Foods for Life, a nonprofit entity, and that entity has requested the service to continue, and whereas the cost for payroll, truck maintenance, and fuel is estimated to cost Van Buren County $1,200 per year, and whereas the service could be considered an in-kind donation to a nonprofit entity. Now therefore be it ordained by the Quorum Court of Van Buren County, Arkansas, that the Van Buren County Quorum Court hereby declares that the services of transporting goods for Foods for Life is hereby approved with the Van Buren County Recycling Center, absorbing the cost associated with the transportation, and that said transport will occur once per month. I move this ordinance be approved.
I'll second
It's been motioned and second to approve this ordinance. This ordinance is one that will require 3 readings. So I would entertain a motion to suspend the rules to conduct all 3 readings at this meeting by title only.
I make a motion.
Second.
Roll call vote for suspension.
Holt,
Yes.
Nikki,
Yes.
Sarah,
Yes.
Phillips,
Yes.
Lynn,
Yes.
Bradford,
Yes.
Tatum,
Yes.
Lemmings,
Yes.
Bass.
Yes.
John, second reading.
An
please.
ordinance to approve the Van Buren County Recycling Center to transport goods for Foods for Life, a nonprofit entity, on the second Wednesday of every month.
Thank you. Third and final reading, please.
An ordinance to approve the Van Buren County Recycling Center to transport goods for Foods for Life, a nonprofit entity, on the second Wednesday of every month.
Thank you. Discussion.
I do. Do we have anybody here from the Food for Life? Food for Life?
I didn't see one. Did you get the letter? I put a letter on everyone's. I thought it was in your packets, and I gave you a letter.
Yes.
It's on the back, yes.
I don't have a problem with it. I just would like to know a little bit more about the Food for Life, what they do, when do they, how they operate.
Sure. There's a brochure that they sent us. I gave you copies of the brochure. I included that on the table. They are a very worthwhile group. I just felt that needed to be transparent, and I'll do whatever y'all tell me to do. I just thought it required your approval.
I do have to say about it. And I think the world of Food for Life. I think it is a wonderful organization, and I donate to it. But I do not think that it's the county's responsibility to haul the food. It is a nonprofit and relies on donations, and it should not be getting a donation from the county. How many other nonprofits are there in the county that rely on the county? Do we give some kind of a service like this to other nonprofits? Anybody think of another nonprofit that gets $1,200 worth of transportation?
Can I ask where did this come into play? I mean, where's the tie between the solid waste and the food? How did that begin?
Do you know Daniel?
I had no idea. We were just told to start doing it.
I didn't know anything about it until I received the letter, and then they told me about it, so I have no idea.
I did run this by AAC Lindsay Bailey, and she said it's very legal.
You know, we did a lot of cutting back on budget. We cut back on the senior center. We cut back on the historical museum. We cut a lot out of our budget. We took a lot from the sheriff's department. And yet we're going to give $1,200 to a nonprofit. Now, I don't want to sound mean or stingy, but it's a nonprofit. It is not a county organization.
Any other discussion?
Lindsay did say it needed to state on it for public use.
State on what?
Well, the agreement we have with them.
Again, I ask, what other nonprofit does the county give money to? And if we continue to give to Food for Life, which is a wonderful organization, there's the door. We can line up outside. And if we give it to one, then we should give it to all. because there's a lot of good nonprofits out there.
Any other discussion? No more discussion, roll call vote.
Holt,
No.
Nikki,
No.
Sarah,
No.
Phillips,
No.
Lynn,
No.
Bradford,
No.
Tatum,
No.
Lemmings,
Yes.
Bass.
No.
Motion fails. Thank you. Next will be a resolution read by Justice Brown.
Be it resolved by the Quorum Court of the County of Van Buren, State of Arkansas, a resolution to be entitled, a resolution to confirm the appointments of the 2019 committees. Whereas the county judge has appointed certain Quorum Court members to the county committees, and whereas the list of 2019 committees and its members are attached. Budget Committee, Chair Brian Tatum, Dale Holt, Mary Phillips, Nikki Brown, Esther Bass. Personnel Policy Committee, Chair Dale Holt, Mary Phillips, Gary Lynn, Nikki Brown, Esther Bass. 911 Safety Committee, Chair Mary Phillips, Chair Brian Tatum, Dale Holt, John Bradford, Sarah Brown. Road Committee, Chair John Bradford, Gary Lynn, Sarah Brown, Virgil Lemmings. Catastrophic Leave Fund Committee, Chair Pam Bradford, County Clerk, Dale James, County Judge, Lucas Emberton, Sheriff, Debbie Gray, Circuit Clerk, Emma Smiley, County Assessor, Laura Shannon, County Collector, Misty Wilson, County Treasurer. Depository Committee, Chair Dale James, County Judge, Lucas Emberton, Sheriff, Pam Bradford, County Clerk, Debbie Gray, Circuit Clerk, Emma Smiley, County Assessor, Laura Shannon, County Collector, Misty Wilson, County Treasurer. Therefore, be it resolved by the Quorum Court of Van Buren County, Arkansas, that the Quorum Court of Van Buren County hereby confirms the appointments of the 2019 committees and members for the year 2019. I move we adopt this resolution.
Second. It's been motioned and second to adopt this resolution. Any discussion? Roll call vote.
Holt,
Yes.
Nikki,
Yes.
Sarah, Phillips,
Yes.
Lynn,
Yes.
Bradford,
Yes.
Tatum,
Yes.
Lemmings,
Yes.
Bass.
Yes.
2019-01.
Thank you. Justice Phillips, you have the next one.
Be it resolved by the Quorum Court of the County of Van Buren, State of Arkansas, a resolution to be entitled, a resolution authorizing the county judge of Van Buren County to apply for a grant on behalf of the county. Whereas the Van Buren County Quorum Court has determined that the county meets eligibility requirements necessary to apply for a grant under the Arkansas Unpaved Road Grant Programs. And whereas Van Buren County has presented plans to rebuild areas eroded by the middle fork of the Little Red River on Rumley Road, and whereas the Quorum Court of Van Buren County recognizes the need for the project, concurs its importance, and supports the efforts to proceed with the same, and whereas Van Buren County has furnished proof they have $75,000 to be applied to the project as a local match. Therefore, be it resolved by the Quorum Court of Van Buren County, Arkansas, that the county judge of Van Buren County is hereby authorized to submit an application of formal request to the Arkansas Rural Development Commission for the purpose of securing state grant funds in the amount of $75,000 to aid and assist Van Buren County in executing the proposed project described herein, and that the county treasurer is further authorized to administer the grant funds for the same project. I move we accept this resolution.
Second.
Been motioned and second to adopt this resolution. Any discussion? Roll call vote.
Holt,
Yes.
Nikki,
Yes.
Sarah,
Yes.
Phillips,
Yes.
Lynn,
Yes.
Bradford,
Yes.
Tatum,
Yes.
Lemmings,
Yes.
Bass.
Yes.
2019-02.
Thank you. Matter of transfers. This time I would entertain a motion to dispense with to suspend the rules, to dispense with the audible reading of all the transfers.
So moved.
Second.
motion and second to suspend the rules to dispense with the audible reading of the transfers. Roll call vote.
Holt,
Yes.
Nikki,
Yes.
Sarah,
Yes.
Philip.
Yes.
Lynn.
Yes.
Bradford.
Yes.
Tatum.
Yes.
Jennings.
Yes.
Bass.
Yes.
Any discussion on the transfers?
This is just cleanup for the year, is that what it is?
2018.
2018?
Yes, the 2018, the big one, that's just to clean up the 2018 budgets with the transfers, and then next month I'll come back and do the ordinance. To close it, clean it up the rest of the way and close it out.
Any other discussion? All those in favor of approving the transfers, signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? They're approved. This time I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Thank you.